My name is Josh Scoggin. I am the singer-guitarist of 68.
I'm Michael McClellan, and I play drums in 68.
He's the lead drummer. I used to be in a band called The Chariot, and we parted ways summer of last year. Very mutual, very peaceful thing, but as soon as we made that official, I started putting in my brain what would be the next step for me in my life, and through many twists and turns, 68, the rock duo that you see before you, came about, and here we are today at Hevy Festival. Basically, the Chariot's farewell tour ended in like late November sometime, and basically I went to the studio immediately after that and wrote nearly all the songs for 68 within about a week. I had a couple songs already recorded for the 7-inch that we put out, but for the most part, I just sort of had to stay ahead of the recording curve. So basically we'd go in to record, and as we got 3 or 4 songs in, I would have to make sure I had a song. So Michael would hear the songs that morning, and he would record them that evening. And once we all went to bed, I'd go back into my little room that I had kind of built in this sort of storage room area, and I'd have to make sure I had a couple songs ahead. So it's very, very quick and very spontaneous and very very impulsive, which I find that I feel like I kind of work better under pressure a little bit. I feel like if you have 6 months to write an album, it takes about 6 months to write an album. But when you have a week to write an album, you magically find that all the things that aren't important, like sleep and eating and friends, those things sort of get pushed aside so that you can focus on the things that are very important, like writing an album.
It wasn't like as difficult as one might think. It was just a really relaxed environment, and I'd hear the song that morning, just kind of listen to it a few times and come up with some different drum ideas. We dug it, we roll with it. If you wanted something a little different, I'd try something different. So yeah, it was just a real spontaneous, fun kind of thing. It wasn't really like stressful or anything.
One song in particular I'll tell the story of. I think it's track 7, maybe. Our producer, Matt Goldman, he had gotten a phone call. We were recording something, and he got a phone call. So when he left the room, I was just holding the guitar to record for the other song, and I kind of accidentally came up with track 7. And by the time he came back, I was like, we need to record this. I'm feeling it, like as the Blink-182 song says. And so we put a hold on the other song, started recording it. I came up with it sort of on the spot as I'd play through it, just whatever it kind of felt like it needed to go, we would. And yeah, literally, I mean, he was hearing it as we were sort of putting on these scratch guitars, and he'd go into the drum box later and just start playing like whatever he felt, and we'd adjust accordingly. And by the end of the day, we had this song like that when we woke up didn't exist, and by the time we went to bed, it was a song that ended up being track 7 on the record. And so yeah, that is it's very freeing to be able to have that spontaneity and yeah, it was just a very relaxed environment anyway. I try not to be very stressful when recording a record because I don't want it to feel like that, so it's great. Well, the differences between the 2-piece and the 5-piece scenario are as follows. One, when we try to decide where to go eat, it's much quicker because I look at him and I say Nando's, and he says yes, and then we go to Nando's and we eat, and it's that fast and that easy. There's a lot of perks to being in a 2-piece. A lot of less cooks in the kitchen, less people in the van. We have room to move around and not bump into each other. So it's quite nice. There are some of the cons though are we have the same equipment that a 5-piece would, So it's me and him by ourselves that sort of load that in and take care of that. So, but yeah, there's pros and cons, just like everything in life, I would imagine.